Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the running back takes the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
And the quarterback keeps it here. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Really a great way to get this game started for this offense. You know, they told us in our production meeting they thought with certain formations they'd be able to get this defense out of position and hit them for some big plays. Here we're seeing it to get this game started.
Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. This quarterback on fire today. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of a rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete, but yeah, here comes a penalty marker now. That should be a drive-extending first down. First and 10 now for the offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you, this running back from Texas A&M is dangerous when he has room to work. Great speed, good job of picking up the first down. And, Chris, you just think about some of the backs that they've had when they've had a chance to put that Texas A&M uniform on. Dante Hall, some people forget, was a Texas A&M running back. Devon Achane, of course, more recently. And even Isaiah Spiller, good, tough blend of toughness and speed.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch downfield. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line.
Huge gain here by Texas A&M on a perfectly thrown ball and a great play by the wide receiver on the back end. He these Texas A&M receivers can hurt you with their speed and execution when they get the ball thrown downfield.
Ball handed to the running back. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes a quick grab. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Shotgun formation here on third down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down here for this offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback looking to scramble. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Second down after that previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you've got to be able to catch the ball in the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
Looking to scramble now. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there. Clemson getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Keeping it on the ground here.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid game.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's got it near the end zone. And they stopped him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. And the Tigers will line up here on 1st down and goal. They'll run the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get the touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 45. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play,
and he'll loft this one deep to the left side. The catch is made inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Return begins inside the 10. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And there's the handoff. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Extending the play now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. And the back gets the football. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks on the ball, and it's a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Run out of the 46, good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Here's the 2nd down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. crucial third down play right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's a wide open receiver, complete. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
The ball is caught. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it fly out of the wideout. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. He knocks this one right through. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it off to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. And sack sets up second down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's going to pull it down and run. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards. Nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws. They are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Try and muscle for the first down. And he'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The Aggies will look to convert here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
It makes sense going for it here. Kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. He's going to bring up a 3rd down play.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Taking a shot here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So, timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a run. Running back's got it. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41.
Look, I realize on any play call that is properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. He'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
And the Tigers will send their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And he punts it out of bounds, so no return. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Past the 10. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cuevas. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive battle. The offense in a tie game in the red zone.
He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Clemson. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the extra point makes the lead 11, 28-17. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. Catch made down inside the 25. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Boy, a huge play here for Texas A&M. A nice throw, but even a better catch by this wide receiver. Man, they've had some great ones over the years at College Station. Guys like Mike Evans and Anaya Smith most recently, going back to Christian Kirk. Guys with some size and speed.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Escapes the pocket. Got space looking for the end zone here. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Hello, Mr. Defensive Coordinator, you may want to account for the quarterback. Are you kidding me? A quarterback scramble for this many yards? You got to make adjustments. Account for this guy's legs.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, A&M. This offense really clicking. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. Momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
The obvious move here is to go for a 2-point conversion to cut this lead to 3 as time winds down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Going for his running back. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
He dumps it off to the tight end. He's tackled inside the 35, picks up a 1st down.
When the defense gets these guys to 3rd down, they got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Good job leading the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a 2nd down. And somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's going to take off. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. He just dropped a little screen pass, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I'd like the call here, 3rd down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on 3rd down and long.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out in the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Now it's second down here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
A crucial play in this game. It's third down and 2. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. And the Aggies looking to keep this drive moving. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Hey, you get late in a game like this, of course you're going to dial up your best receiver. I love his route running and his speed to be able to get separation from the defender. They better find an answer for this receiver. Otherwise, they're going to go back to him again.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Texas A&M getting set with a first and 10 now.
A tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Texas A&M is now operating in the red zone. Ball handed off.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the offense will spend a timeout here with 20 seconds on the clock. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Running back has it on a screen now. Touchdown, Texas A&M to claim the lead here in the final minute.
And there he is again. This guy just makes play after play, and now the biggest play maybe of his entire career in the playoff. Makes the catch, gets into the end zone, takes the lead. Now if you're smart, you go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game.
And he stopped short. The defense makes a play, and now in the fourth quarter, still a 1-point game. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. And looking to throw now on first down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. And this one is dropped and incomplete as time